Welcome back to our Immortal Spotlight. This week we will be showcasing Kyrie, the Blade of Vengeance. The last of the fabled Recurrent warriors, Kyrie was raised by farmers far from the eyes of the world. On her 16th birthday, Kyrie was told of her true heritage and how her mother and her people were slaughtered by the elder god Lazarus. They then gave her the Bloodstorm, the sentient blade forged by the goddess of vengeance that had been wielded by all matriarchs of the Recurrent dynasty. She made a blood oath upon the blade, vowing her eternal servitude to the goddess in exchange for the strength to see her mother's murderer finally put to justice. When Kyrie discovered that Lazarus had been summoned to fight in Graxia, Kyrie entered the tournament to fight against the Elder Lord and, at long last, exact her revenge. Kyrie is a melee DPS immortal who excels against single targets. Relying on physical weapon damage to devastate her foe, Kyrie is best when itemized for maximum attack damage output. Physical weapon damage, armor penetration, and attack speed are crucial statistics for this immortal. Secondary itemization should be geared towards survivability. Kyrie's Q ability is Laceration Post, a melee attack that deals physical damage and reduces the target's movement speed and armor. Consecutive strikes will stack the debuff effects up to 4 times. With its very short cooldown, this ability is useful throughout an encounter. Early use reduces the target's mitigation to further attacks, and the snare will make the victim's escape quite difficult. Discipline points spent in the champion tree will increase Laceration Post's damage. Kyrie's W ability, Shuriken Salvo, fires 3 shurikens in the targeted direction. Each shuriken deals minor physical damage on impact. Although the shurikens do not pass through enemy targets, should the foremost target move out of the way, or die, the subsequent shurikens will strike additional targets in the line of fire. Shuriken Salvo is great when paired as a finishing move with Kyrie's other abilities, and a well-timed skill shot can land all 3 projectiles on a single target. Discipline points spent in the champion tree will decrease Shuriken Salvo's cooldown time and increase the damage of each shuriken. Kyrie's E ability, Rush, imbues the immortal with a burst of supernatural speed as she rushes to her target. If the target is an enemy, they will be immobilized for half a second as Kyrie closes ground. While traveling to her target, Kyrie is immune to all damage and disable effects. A versatile ability, Rush can be used to close ground with a fleeing enemy or burst out of harm's way should an ally be within range. Discipline points spent in the champion tree will increase this ability's range and decrease its cooldown timer. Kyrie's ultimate is Meditated Assault. After a brief cast time, Kyrie teleports to the enemy immortal and executes a series of devastating attacks, each strike dealing attack damage plus bonus physical damage. The enemy target is stunned while on the receiving end of this brutal barrage. As the enemy can avoid this assault by exiting line of sight or range, this ability is best used when the target is distracted or otherwise disabled from making a quick getaway. Discipline points spent in the champion tree will decrease Meditated Assault's initial casting time and reduce its cooldown timer. Kyrie's signature ability is Dementia Gas Bomb. Kyrie throws a gas bomb into the targeted location, disorienting all enemies that enter the smoking cloud. Enemies in the area of effect are snared by 50% and are unable to execute weapon attacks or cast abilities. Kyrie herself is provided cover by the smoke cloud, appearing temporarily when she initiates an offensive action before disappearing back into the smoke cloud. Signature abilities can be unlocked with discipline points in the champion tree at persistent level 21. And that concludes this week's Immortal Spotlight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. To learn more about Rise of Immortals, visit signup.riseofimmortals.com to download and play the game today for free.